Welcome to Success Today with Jack Canfield. I am your host, Jack Canfield. I'm together today with a wonderful guest, Miracle Marie Brown. You're going to find out about the miracle part as we talk about all this. And the fact that she's here is a miracle, and what she does is really important. So I'm really glad to have you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's glad to be here.
I love having you here. So let's just go back a bit. You have an incredible story. It's got several chapters to it, if you will.
Yes.
So tell us kind of what brought you from where you were up to where you are right now, and then I'll ask you some more specific questions about all that.
Okay. So they call me Miracle Marie because I was hit by a bus the day before my wedding. And I survived. And 18 years later, I married another guy. And the day of the second marriage, I was hit by a van. 1 month before my third marriage, a diesel careened me. I saw him coming out my rearview mirror, and I got apprehensive because it didn't look like he was stopping. He was eating a hamburger, talking on his cell phone, and driving this diesel right into my car. And fortunately, I survived that one. There's a lot of things that have happened to me, and I think that's why they call me Miracle Marie. I was in the hospital because I used an antiperspirant. The antiperspirant ended up paralyzing me, and I had to have 10 underarm operations.
Wow.
And while I was in the hospital, the doctor said, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to put you under the heat lamps under both your arms for 45 degrees. The nurse thought it was 4 hours and 50 minutes. She cooked my upper body for 4 hours. And I guess people trying to figure out how much can you take? I don't know. My husband was a pilot. We went to Hawaii. So I decided to go on a tour down the mouth of a volcano. And the volcano was dormant. That's what they told it. It was dormant. So we all went down, and I saw these beautiful rocks, and I decided to take the rocks and put them in my pocket. It was so hot, Jack. It burned a hole in my jeans. And when I got back out of the mouth of the volcano erupted.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I thought you told me it was dormant. You know, it could have gone off at any time.
Right, right.
But no, God provided a way for me to come out. It was a lot of people down there, not just me. It was a lot of people down there. It was a tour, Mount Kilauea. So
yeah,
I thought that was the end, but it wasn't. I went to have an examination, a pap smear, you know. That's typical. But the lady took the spectrum from the patient that preceded me and put it in my vagina. So I got adult chickenpox from her spectrum.
Oh my gosh.
So I said, I had recently gotten married to the second guy, and they gave me a letter from the hospital saying, we need you to come in. We need you to come in. We made a mistake. We made a mistake. So they're going to tell me they put the wrong speculum in my vagina. And I said, I'll never go to that hospital again. Unfortunately, at that time, they had something called the Hong Kong flu.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital to see if I had it. Do you know they gave us a space where they were shutting down different parts of the hospital? This person that came to my room had on a space mat. He looked like an astronaut. And I said, oh my God, something must be really wrong. Somebody must be really sick. He took that mask, put it against my forehead, and said, it's you. They shut down the hospital because the lady that preceded me in the pap smear Whatever she had was terrible,
Right.
and they wanted to close the hospital. I'm thinking something terrible is going on. It was me. But I survived that too. So there's a lot of things in my life that I've survived only by the hand of God.
Well, you're still here, and God took good care of you in the middle of all that. I imagine that deepened your faith quite a bit, even though you went through those very difficult situations.
Yeah, I have 32 near-death situations.
32 near-death situations.
I don't want to bore you because it's gonna be all day.
Yeah, it's a lot of near-death.
Hearing.
So you also do another thing now, besides surviving all of those experiences. You've written a book.
Yes.
Let's talk about your book,
My book is called The Beauty Within.
The Beauty Within.
I deal with a lot of senior men and women. So I brought them in, put a little makeup on them, changed their clothes, and listened to their story. And then while they were sitting there, I would rub my hands on their back and ask them to sit up. Actually, I was praying for them, but they didn't know it. So I asked them to sit up, and then they could see the difference after the makeup session was over.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them an 8x10, and I said, "This is yours. I want you to stop staying at home melting." There's a lot of seniors just melting. They don't want to get out. They don't want to circulate. And I'm here to tell them, circulate with other seniors and tell your story. I guess none quite as dramatic as mine.
I don't think yours one more dramatic than yours. You know, it's interesting because I have a sister who spends a lot of time alone right now. I think there's this like a pandemic, they call it the loneliness pandemic among seniors and so forth, and the importance of getting yourself into social situations because loneliness leads to depression.
That's true.
Yeah. So you're helping people
So
feel
I'm helping.
confident enough to go out and meet people.
Right. So I started different groups in this community center,
Mm-hmm.
and they like sharing information, and it works. It's just the fact that they sit at home and melt. They don't understand that their whole life, the bones and everything just melt if they stay at home. I'd like to be a beacon for that. I kind of think that's why it was endorsed by Kamala Harris, because that was her thing. Her thing was helping seniors. And we first met because she was at an event and she took all the seniors on a boat ride.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was just a lovely person. She just wanted to help the seniors. And when she saw my book, she and her husband cried in the bed and said, "Marie, I've never seen anything like this before, The Beauty Within." And I just wanted seniors to know, you mean a lot to us. So don't melt away.
I love that metaphor of melting away, which is kind of what we're doing in the studio today. It's a little warm out there, get all this light coming in. So I think it's important that people realize that you help them see the outer beauty a little more than they maybe were. Now they can own their inner beauty. They have so much wisdom to share, so many stories to tell, so much. And I think, unfortunately, the younger generations have often written off the older people.
Yeah.
And there's so much value that can be generated through cross-generational communication, let alone just meeting with each other and supporting each other. So where do you do this work?
I do it in my home.
In your home?
I have like a little studio in my home.
You have a studio in your home. And where is that?
In my bathroom. I have a black curtain, and the light above is just the perfect light for lighting.
Mm.
So I've taken about 800 pictures. I narrowed it down to 30 seniors. And if you can imagine the before and after pictures, they're just blown away.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And what city do you do that in?
In East Rancho Dominguez.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And if people want to reach you, I'm sure you have a website, or where do they go? How do they find you?
They find me on my website, and it should be posted. It's Marie Brown, The Beauty Within, or go www.thebeautywithin, and you'll find it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, your beauty within is exuding outwardly right now. So it's nice to see you here.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. You're radiant. It's wonderful. You're a walking example of what you teach. So I really appreciate that. And I'm so glad you survived all of those tragedies. You're still here with us. Tell us a little bit about your pin, the music pin.
This is the music that's within me. You know, sometimes you need some music to change your mood.
Mm-hmm.
I use music and color because I try to look better than I feel. So if I feel a little like the injuries come back to visit me,
Mm-hmm.
I choose to wear bright colors.
Mm.
And that makes me vibrant to you. No, I was kidding.
No, well, it does. And, color is a vibration.
Mhm.
So it generates that energy. Yeah, very good.
So I try to tell people, if you want to feel better, live better. You want people to treat you better, start with yourself. Look better.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
I
well,
really appreciate it. And I encourage all of you to look at her website, The Beauty Within, and take advantage of that. And if it's not you, perhaps a relative or a friend, could use that work, that internal and external makeover, if you will. And nobody has to be staying home, being lonely and sad and feeling withdrawn and uncared for. And we're all responsible for our own lives to reach out and to take that next step. But to do it with that kind of support that she offers would be really phenomenal. So check it out. And thanks for joining us.